Hey, what's going on? My Patreon String of Pearls. How are you guys? So if you just saw the test, this is the actual live Q&A. We were just kind of going over how people can ask their questions live with me here on Facebook. So hello, thanks for joining. Right now we are actually going to, if you have questions, this is obviously the live Q&A, but if you have questions, go ahead and start typing them in the comments and we will get to them. We have Gary who's on and Dan who will be joining us that will be moderating, so they will be able to drop links in and helping me out with the whole Q&A. So we have Dan on now, we have Gary on. Hey Jackie, hey Chris. So we are, I have notes here too, so just bear with me. So right now you guys are putting in the questions if you have any, and I'm gonna actually just start. Sorry about that. Don't call me, I'm going live. So I just wanted to thank you guys so much actually, because we have reached our very first goal, and that's why we're doing this, the live Q&A. And the goals are all oriented towards, hey Stefan, I saw that you called me, but we're live, so I can't answer it. So go ahead and put your questions in the comments area. So this is our first goal. So all of us together, it was once we get 25 patrons on board, we were gonna do a live Q&A with you guys. So that's what we're doing right now. And the next goal is actually going to be number 50 when we get 50 patrons. So we are 7 people away from that. It is hard to make snickerdoodles. That's the question. Okay, keep going on that, and I wouldn't know really about snickerdoodles right now. Anyway, so number 50, once we get to 50 patrons, we are doing a live what do you call gig, like concert. How do you say it? So it's like on a Ustream, so we'll have, you know, guitars and all that kind of stuff, but it will be a concert wherever you are on your phone, so kind of like this but with music. Anyway, and then the goal number 100, once we get 100 patrons on board. Hey Audrey, everyone coming in, go ahead and post your comments, your questions in the comment section. Awesome, you guys are doing great. Perfect, we'll get to them in a second. So anyway, when we get to 100, we're actually going to do a brand new song, which we're writing right now, and a brand new video for that, and I'm super excited for that. So that's our 100 goal. Anyway, so everything that's been going on, it has been super crazy right now. Today we just finished video. I'm looking over here because Gary, my producer, is also sitting right here. So we finished shooting video number 6. Can you believe that? Video number 6 for Patreon. And if you have my EP, then you already know the song. So that's a hint. I'm not going to tell you. It comes out on Monday, right?
If I can get edited.
If you can get it edited. So it probably will be Monday-ish. Also, the Temecula Valley Balloon and Wine Festival, which I was able to perform at for the very first time. Super thankful for that. We actually, because of you guys voting for the Rising Star for 94.5 FM and iHeartRadio, we were able to perform there. We did a 40-minute set with Terry Scheidt, who was on guitar, and that was so exciting. I want to give some shout outs to Jacqueline, to my mom, obviously, to Dan, to Gary, to oh my gosh, Kathy was there. So there was a bunch of patrons there, and everybody posted video, which was really awesome. So we're gonna also edit down into the recap for the Temecula Valley Balloon and Wine Festival, your guys' footage in there. So that's super exciting. Also, Christine was there. Oh my gosh, I'm missing people right now. Jacqueline, right, with her big tribe that came. So that was really fun. It's great to see you guys in person, not just on the internet, right? What else is there? So also the 94.5 FM interview is going to be posted on my website, which you guys will know via Patreon posts and on here. And also we do a wine country taxi every Wednesday live on my Wine Country Taxi page with JP and KT with Christine Turner, who is a radio show host as well. And you guys can be part of that as too. So there you go. That's a lot of stuff going on lately, and we are moving on to video number 7 after this one's edited. So lots and lots of stuff all for you guys, and it takes days and days, sometimes weeks to make a video. So there's a lot of time and effort and love put into it, all because of you guys. We love you so much. So all right, also I wanted to remind you guys that you can download the Patreon app in your app store, iTunes, Google Play, anywhere. If you just go to patreon.com, you can find the link for whatever phone that you have. So now we are going to open it up to Q&A, and I'm kind of nervous about this.
Well, you already have your first questions here.
Ooh, we have our first questions. Okay. It wasn't edited though, was it? Well, not as good as Sweet Dreams. Oh. All right, what's the first question?
Audrey Callahan says, do you come from a musical family?
Do I come from a musical family? Not really. I don't, my mom used to play music under my crib. Apparently she used to put a radio there to soothe me, but she kind of brainwashed me with music. So nobody that I know plays an instrument or in my family. I think my mom was a big advocate of music and singing in the car and stuff like that. But then my grandparents, they always played the really cool old school Beach Boys and stuff like that. But my mom played AC/DC and Led Zeppelin and top 40 stuff and Celine Dion and all that stuff. So hey Lynn, thanks for coming. So if you have any questions for me, just write them in the comments and we'll get to them. We're doing a live Q&A. But no, I don't think anybody is really musical in my family.
Audrey's asked quite a few questions, but I'm going to jump to them.
For sure.
Jackie just said we're all overdue for a new CD.
Oh, well, we are working on that. How should I answer that? That's a loaded question.
Well, it's not a question, it's a statement.
It's a comment, but I know what you're getting at. So that's kind of the incentive with the whole Patreon, getting to the 100 goal, to release new music to you guys. But I think we've talked about it in our meetings. We have meetings every Monday morning with Gary and myself, and we're going to be adding Christine into the mix as well. And we were thinking January. So fingers crossed on getting that done and ready to go. And
it really hinges on getting more patrons.
It really does. It really does hinge on how many patrons we can get on board, because that's all, the label kind of thing. So
Stefan asks, can you sing underwater?
Can I sing underwater? I mean, I've yelled underwater. I don't think I can breathe though. After you have one note, you kind of have to come up for air. But I've never tried. So, can you?
Okay. If you repeat the question back as you answer it, that's good as well.
That's good. Yeah.
This is Audrey again. What's your favorite thing about being a singer-songwriter?
What is my favorite thing about being a singer-songwriter? I would have to say, for one, it's super therapeutic. And especially if you're writing with a co-writer, you can kind of help each other kind of and then they did this, and then, kind of that kind of thing. And then you can kind of make it into something really cool together. Hey, my mom's on. Hi. I think that being able to make up stories, like Bag It Up on the album Sensitive Material, I would never rob a casino, and I always say that before I sing the song, but it's just a cool idea. How cool would it be to just I mean, obviously it's like a movie, right? So I think that's the coolest thing.
Very cool. Stefan's asked, what's your vocal range?
What is my vocal range? I don't know. I don't know. We've never...
From 0 to Mariah?
So from 0 to Mariah. Hey, Christine. That's a good question. I need to figure that out. I do need to figure that out. I just listen to things and I do it. I don't know.
Audrey would like to know, have you ever written a bad song?
Audrey would like to know if I've ever written a bad song. Yes. You write like 150 bad songs before you even get to a good song. That's something I've learned, taught, mentored, and it's insane. You have to write every day. Writing is like a muscle, and I know she knows this too because she's a singer-songwriter, but writing is like a muscle. You have to work it out every day, and sometimes you're like, you keep notes, you keep notebooks, and you go into writing sessions, and one line that came from years ago, 2 years ago, and you're like, oh, this would be perfect in this, song when you're writing with all these people, and this completes the puzzle. So yes, you write bad songs, but they lead to good songs. I think you know what I mean.
Okay.
What else do we have?
Well, Stefan specified how many octaves do you think you can sing across?
Well, that's more of a, okay, how many octaves can I sing across? I think you would know more about that than me. Hi.
Well, you've got a very dynamic range.
I do have a dynamic range. I can do falsetto. I think the lower tones for me, like the more bassy notes, like
How's it go?
I got bassy notes. I can't even do it. Sometimes I have to really warm up my vocals to get them to do what I want. But middle C to it's obviously super easy. But like Mariah, like whistle takes a little while to warm up, but I can do it if I really try. There's a YouTube video that can show that I can do it.
Well, this segues into Gary Johnson, whoever he is, has asked, what instruments do you play?
Gary asked, what instruments do I play? Well, I can play chords on a guitar and chords on piano, but that's only really for like songwriting. And today, you guys, and nobody knows this unless you've seen my Instagram story, is I took my very first piano class at Riffs in Marietta, and I'm really excited for that. So I have homework, and I have like the notebooks. It's like, put your fingers here. It's like, oh man, here we go. It's very humbling actually. So hopefully I will learn piano in 3 months. That's my goal. 3 months.
Okay.
That's a big goal.
Audrey, what was your first live performance that you remember?
Audrey asked, what is my first live performance that I remember? Speaking or singing? Singing, I was in high school, and I'm trying to think which was first. Okay, I was a freshman in high school because I was super shy in middle school and stuff, and I didn't sing in front of anyone until I was in high school, choir. And I tried out for like a solo ad-lib, which that doesn't even count for anything, and it was for like a Christmas concert in Lake Elsinore, in front of like the city and stuff, and I was so nervous, and then ended up getting put on cable. I'm like, what? I was like, no, this is horrible. But it was just like a little ad-lib section that came out of the choir song, and then we came out and we were just so that was my first performance that I can remember live.
Okay, we've got a great question from Mary Hazel.
Ooh, I have a question from Mary Harvey Hazelwood, which is my mom, so hi.
Will we see any more live on-stage performances soon?
Will we see any more live on-stage performances? Yes, you will. When? That is debatable. We are working on the schedule as we speak. We were talking about that today. And there are some private things that I'm been booked for, but doing the Temecula Balloon and Wine Festival reminded me how much I love to sing live. It's my favorite thing to sing live, and especially if I can build like a band, it's so amazing to do that. So I think we'll start with like a trio, and then we'll move into like a band situation. But if you keep your eye on Patreon, you will see when we're gonna perform next live. But Gary had a really great idea, which is we're going to do like pop-up performances. So you really have to keep an eye out because we might just all of a sudden next week say we're going to go perform
in the middle of a field.
In the middle of a field, which I think is so cool. I'm going to try it.
Audrey's winning the question.
Audrey's got questions. I've got answers.
It's good. So what inspires you?
What inspires me? Life inspires me. People inspire me. Animals inspire me. Experiences, definitely. I love to get into different situations and have moments of reflection and just feel it. I think so many people try not to feel things, and I don't think that's healthy, but at the same time, I get it. But I think it's life inspires me, art inspires me, going to, those LA, the ice cream, whatever, the candy museum or whatever. I think that's so cool. I've seen people go to those. I'm like, you could lay in a pile of sprinkles. Like, that's awesome. So, just fun things, just living, I think that's the coolest thing.
Christopher Roberts, I'm sure every gig is unique, but do you have a favorite performance?
So Chris is asking, what is my favorite performance? I would have to say performing at the Grammy after party because it's bittersweet because of it being the Grammy after party and like Pierce Brosnan being there and Sky Blue from LMAFO and just like I'm like, what am I even doing here? This is crazy. But also it was Andy Fraser who I was working with, the basis of Free. So it was his last live performance before he passed, and he was a very special guy, and we did Natural Woman, and it was so crazy because we were like, okay, we're done with the set, we had cut that song because it was slow, and right at the end he like grabbed my arm and he was like, do you want to do Natural Woman? And he plays bass, so I'm like, okay, we don't have anything else going on here, that's gonna be hard, but Andy asked, so of course you're gonna do it. And then all this, it was just like timing was perfect. Like the keys came back in, everybody plugged back in, and we just did that, and that was the last song, and that was pretty magical. I think that was pretty cool. So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Dan says, have you written any jingles? Dan.
Dan says, have I written any jingles? Okay. Embarrassing moment right here. My grandfather thinks it's amazing, and I'm like, oh, okay. And when I was in high school, I don't know if some of you guys, Chris might remember this, but my grandparents had a garage door commercial. They had a garage door commercial, so I'm trying not to laugh. And the commercial fell through, like whatever we were gonna do for the commercial fell through. I was just supposed to be there in the car. I wasn't supposed to have a big part in it. And so that whole situation fell through, and the night before, they were like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And I remember going into my room, and I wrote a jingle for the commercial. And then I came out and I gave it to them, and I don't even know where it came from. But it did. It included, like, the phone number and, like, about the garage door and stuff. And it was just, like, 8 lines. And they used it, and it aired for, like, 2 years. And so people at school were like, you're the garage door girl. I'm like, oh, jeez. So, yeah, I do write jingles.
Audrey, what do you do in your free time when you're not doing something musical?
What do I do in my free time when I'm not doing something musical? Hey, Annette. I like to train my dog. I love the spa. I love massages, and I love going to Glen Ivy and stuff. I like to organize things. Is that weird? And I don't watch TV a lot, but I really like the show Billions. And plus, my friend is in that show. And I'm kind of boring. I really am. I'm kind of boring. Is that bad?
As patrons, we're all part of your record label. what are our responsibilities, and what more can we do beyond offering financial support?
Okay, so the question is about being part of the label and what are your guys' responsibilities? That's a loaded question, but not at the same time.
That's why I asked it.
So that's why he asked it. Oh, it's for me. Okay, you didn't say who it was from. So it's all about sharing. Okay, it's all about word of mouth. You guys talking to other people, sharing on social media. We've come up with because the videos and everything are primarily for Patreon. Because you guys are part of the label and, you know, paying to be there, that we wanted that stuff to be exclusive to you guys. But then it was like cutting our foot off, because how do you guys share it? So Gary is making like the previews. So I think you might have saw it for like Dangerous Woman and Sweet Dreams. So those are the things that you can share, talk to people about. This is a really amazing platform. Like literally we are changing the music industry by doing this. We are the voice, we get to make the decisions and move forward. So it's all about us participating. So when we post stuff on Patreon, and I know it's really hard because Patreon doesn't like alert you, they only send you emails, so it's kind of hard to stay. That's why we created this group, so that we could be like, hey, this is posted and that's posted. But basically for you guys to view things, or, you know, comment on posts and stuff like that, and getting your feedback. So your feedback is so, so important to us, because we're totally listening. You guys are the label. You guys are literally the label, and I'm, you know, obviously I put forth my stuff too, but we're working together on this. So sharing, participating, and yeah, keeping your eyes and ears open for other possibilities. I know I got a text the other day from Jennifer, who's also part of us, and she's like, yeah, there's this media company that has this green screen room and all this other stuff. So stuff like that is like, awesome. Thank you so much, because we're busy writing, filming, editing, you know, all this crazy stuff that sometimes we're missing opportunities. So that's where you guys come in. Is that a lot of information? Probably.
Audrey says, what are the 5 things you can't live without?
Audrey's asking, what are the 5 things I can't live without? Oh my goodness. Oh, TikTok.
Quick fire.
Water. No. My doggies. I love my dogs. I went away for 2 weeks and I'm like, I have to go home and see my dogs. 5 things. Okay, that's one thing. I don't know. 5 things? That's a lot. Arbonne Fizz, because I would not have a brain if I did not have that product. That's 2 things. Okay. Oh my goodness. I could not live without music. I sing every single day. So, you know, Deserted Island, I would need some kind of like song, radio, CD kind of situation.
Yoga pants.
Gary said yoga pants. That's not fair. I do love yoga pants. One more thing. This is hard. My toothbrush. I hate dirty teeth. Yeah, gotta have a clean mouth.
Okay. Stefan has asked, be honest, is Hero your favorite?
Is Hero my favorite dog? Yogi's my favorite. Yogi is my favorite. He was my first little baby. I got him in 2006. He's the best dog. He'll let kids carry him around. He doesn't care. And I'm really sad he's getting older. He's like, I know, shame on me, right? But Hero, I'm super like attached to, because he had the heart murmur that we had the huge surgery for, and he almost died, and it was like, and he's like the littlest one. And then like Charlie and Yogi don't like want him to be in their little group, so like I'm always like, I'm gonna take him with me. But that was the point of Hero anyway, was when I was traveling. Okay. Next question. when I was traveling, he was supposed to come with me. So that was the point of that. But
Audrey's, where do you see yourself in 5 years, music career-wise?
Audrey's asking, where do you see myself in 5 years, music-wise? With 2 Grammys, twins. And I really want to have, you know, and honestly, in the next year, I want to have a Billboard charted song. Obviously Grammys and a world tour.
That answers Dan's question, because Dan Scott just said, are you planning another tour?
I am planning another tour, actually. The last tour was we went to UK and Germany and Denmark. And before that, we did all the festivals in California, pretty much, the fairs. But I kind of want to do a US tour, you know, get like the motorhome, do the whole across country. You know, I did that when I was 17 with my grandparents, and I love meeting people in person, and I love, we have so much culture in the US, like it's crazy, but I would love, love, love to go back to UK because they have the best music. Like, I was blown away. So if I had to choose out of the country, it would be UK. And I would want to do like all of UK because there's so much differences everywhere. So.
Okay. Apparently I just asked, who would you most like to perform or write with?
Who would I most like to perform or write with? Oh my goodness. Shelly Pekin is an amazing, amazing writer, and you probably don't know her by name, but I was able to meet her a few years ago, and she co-wrote Genie in a Bottle, and oh my gosh, the bitch song, you know, I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, you know that song. She's an amazing person. Oh my gosh. I would love to write with Garth Brooks. He's a great storyteller, and all of his songs are like so visual. I think a country artist would be amazing. Dolly Parton would be amazing to write with. That's a hard one. There's a lot of people. Mariah Carey? Does she even do co-writes? So, anyway.
Okay. Dan says, if you had to pick a song to sing right now, what would it be? Or if you had to pick a song right now to sing, what would it be?
If I had to pick a song right now to sing, what would it be? I don't even know. Would it be like the national anthem?
Garage Door Jingle?
It would probably be an original song. I think it would be an original song just because, like, I think the original songs, I have a better, like, grasp of, like, my own range. I think sometimes song choices can kill you. Like on the reality shows where they're singing, and, like, song choice is everything. So, yeah, it would be one off my EP, I think.
Okay, Annette Pearl-Saul is hoping that your tour will include Bakersfield.
Ooh, that's not too far. I'm sure we could figure out something. Put it on the list.
Stephanus says, have you ever written a song about someone you lost?
Have I ever written a song about someone I lost? Yes, I have. And I co-wrote it with one of the producers I used to work with, Thomas Barceau. And it was pretty intense because it was about my grandmother. And it was about her struggle with breast cancer. But then his mom was going through breast cancer at the time. So it was really, it's called Whispers in the Wind. And it is actually on iTunes. It's still out there. So that is one of the songs, yeah.
Audrey says, if you could have lunch with anyone alive or dead, who would it be? Other than Audrey Callahan.
If I could have lunch with anyone alive or dead, who would it be? Oh, man. Alive or dead?
Maybe one of each.
Okay, one of each. Dead? Whitney Houston. I know that's weird, right? It's kind of weird. But I really love her voice. Was like, it's crazy. And I don't know. good stuff there. Alive. Wow. For some reason, Miranda Lambert is jumping into my head. I don't even know why. Or Kelly Clarkson. Maybe Kelly Clarkson. She's kind of cool. She's a cool chick. I like her vibe. She's very independent. Kind of like what we're doing here, right? So, I know that's weird, right? Like, I have weird choices. But when I'm put on the spot, like, things get stuck in my head. And I'm like, why would I pick that? I don't know, but I'm going to say it. That's how it goes. That's what happens in here. Okay, we have another one. Do I have any merch coming? Yes. Last meeting, we were designing the new logo for Joanna Pearl Stuff. Is that ready yet?
It's 90% there.
90% ready.
I've just got to get Joanna Pearl to sign off on it.
Oh, that's right. I have to sign off on it. I forget. But maybe we can have like a vote, you know? Maybe we could do a couple different logos and then you guys decide. I think that's better. That would be so cool. What do you guys think? Yeah? Maybe you want to vote? I don't know. But I think it's important because the other logo, I think the logo you're designing is like a J and a P right now. So, and then that would look really cool on certain things. Another question we have is,
we got those ones. Those are
okay.
ones. Yep.
That's it?
I think we've got.
Is that it, guys?
If there's any more.
Did I answer all the questions? Yeah.
Well, that is good.
I have a question for you guys. What songs would you like to see me cover for the Patreon videos? We have done, I'm going to try and go from the beginning. That's right, socials are coming up right now. So the links to socials. Make sure you're on the YouTube because that's when you will get, Tin Man, I love that song. And I did that one at the Balloon and Wine Festival and everyone liked that one. So that's a Miranda song. But on the socials, on YouTube and stuff like that, that way you guys can get alerted when there's a new promo video. Instagram, I posted on my Instagram and on my stories. Twitter, if you're on there.
Where should people make these requests? Community page. Right.
So right now we can take requests, but also if you guys just randomly like, hey, I would love for you to blah, 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 put it in the community page on Patreon. And that is, we're trying to build it on there. So you can post that anytime you want. So if you're like stumped, like how I get stumped, then you can just do that. And we will respond right away because we actually get alerted when you guys post on there. So we do get alerted on that. Thank you for posting the community page link as well.
Getting several requests for songs, so we'll go over those afterwards.
Okay.
Last question, I think, that would be from our question superstar. That would be Audrey.
Audrey is a question superstar. I love it. And by the way, guys, Audrey is also on Patreon, so she's one of my friends. We actually, you know what? The song, Dan loves the song, Sleepless, that we co-wrote together. That might end up together somehow. I don't know. Maybe we should do that. But anyway, so what's the question?
The question is, what is the best advice you've ever received?
What is the best advice I have ever received? I think that would have to be from my grandfather. Dan's like freaking out. Audrey, Dan loves that song. And I'm like, wah, and he's like, no, you have to do it. Anyway, the best advice from my grandfather. And it's like there's so much advice. But the most, the biggest thing I think that has always stuck out to me is you've got the power. I know that sounds corny, but he went to a garage door convention and he brought me back a t-shirt that says you've got the power. And he was always like influencing me on like, you can do anything you want to do. And I think that really has stuck with me throughout life because I take that really literally. So this is all his fault.
Still getting song requests, so we'll dive into all of those.
Perfect.
I think we're about there.
Yeah, so we'll take all your guys's. I love all the hearts. I have a question for Gary and you. There's another question in there.
That's one of the song requests. It says, I would like to hear you sing Ricky Lee Jones.
Oh, yes. She's amazing.
Who?
Ricky Lee Jones.
Very cool.
My mom used to play her. So there you go. That's why she's asking about that one. And anyone watching for these comments, watch for Sleepless. It's the #1 song. All right, we're going to have to do it then, Audrey. Are you down?
Do you perform that in Seattle?
Do it. Sleepless in Seattle. Ba-dum-bum. Is Jackie still in here? He needs to have his little percussion. I think that's it, guys.
What did we learn? What has come out from this?
So, what have we learned in this Q&A? For one, I want to say thank you again for everything. You guys are so amazing. And thank you for spreading the word and everything like that. And all the energy you put into this. It is, like I said, it's changing the industry. It's so awesome. These were really great questions, and I had so much fun with you guys. I love that we're reaching these goals, and I love that, every goal that we do, everyone on this page, on the String of Pearls page, is going to be included. Doesn't matter your tier level, because I think it's important that we all are part of, reaching that goal, the next goal. And also share. And I don't mean the singer. The participation is super valued. So if you feel like your votes don't count or something, they do. They totally do. Your opinions matter. And let's forge on to the next goal. We are only 7 patrons away from the next goal, which is the live performance. So all the information will be, once we hit there, we will set out all the information for what that's going to be, the date, how to actually, if this is the best platform or if there's another platform that's better for sound quality. But that's at 50. So if you guys know somebody, let's get them on board for Patreon and or Patreon to be a patron. Isn't that weird? And Christine says Patron. And I'm like, no, it's not Patron, but you're close. But on that note, that's it. I think that's what we're gonna do. This has been recorded. People can do playback. If you are watching the playback and you're in our group, please feel free to still write the questions in the comments, and we will obviously get notified if there is anything else listed on there. And yeah, we'll put the video also on, I think we'll put it on the Patreon post as well. So, but yeah, be on the lookout this week for the recap of the Temecula Valley Balloon and Wine Festival performance in case you weren't able to be there. So thank you guys so much. That's gonna be it, right? I think that's it. Thank you guys for hanging out. I will see you next time. Bye.